Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.
Hi, and welcome back to Session 6, Beatitude. Dean has been doing very well. He's now down to 0 cigarettes, right? Because you're on the second part of the smoking cleanse.
Yeah, we'll say right.
How many are you having?
I'm still
I
about
forgot
the
to
same.
ask.
I'm still about the same, too.
Okay, you need to completely quit now. This is
I
the
know.
second part, so completely get that out now, okay?
That's the part you're going to be hard on me for.
Yeah, because the second, he's doing 2 smokers cleanse. So the first smokers cleanse, you're allowed to, have a few cigarettes. But the second smokers cleanse, you should be off it completely. So that's your goal for next week.
Let's talk about weight loss, though. I know we want to start there, but the weight loss is there. I'm down to 206.
Yes,
and
he's
no
doing
coffee.
very well.
Haven't had any junk food. Staying away from the dairy. Even the cheat nights, I've been giving up on some of those. So I just took a lot in the beginning to get used to it, having those cheat nights. I'll still have one, but it's not like last week I skipped one totally.
Yeah,
so
and he's looking better. You can see his skin's looking better and all that. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but he's looking healthier.
Oh yeah, if you see me on the street, tell me how good looking I am.
So what we're doing tonight is we're just talking about different ways you can eat, things to keep in your pantry, and what you should be picking up from the grocery store, as we talked about last week. So I've just shown a few different things here. We have kale, leeks, all of these, what you can get organic. Please get organic, it's the best for you. And then we've got beautiful dandelion. All of these green leafy ones are full of vitamins, iron, they're just so amazing for you. I've got some romaine in here, onions, potatoes, which are an excellent food source, garlic, radishes.
We found keeping this on hand too, and we always have. It's not like us eating McDonald's 3 times a day kind of thing, but just chopping it up and getting a salad together and then having that leftover salad even lasting a day. It's getting the vegetables in, but then it's also making sure you chop up the celery or do something so you can work with it too.
Yeah, and there's
a lot more convenient than opening up processed food.
Exactly. And if you have it at home, you'll tend to eat it. And there's also, in the grocery stores now, you can find things already cut up. I mean, it's always good to get it fresh and organic like this, but they have beautiful vegetable platters and things that are easy and quick, and you can get your vegetables in that way. So making sure you get a lot of this, a lot of the dark leafy greens.
$15, every 2 or 3 days you go in, run to the grocery store, and you don't even run to the rest of it. Just go get your fresh produce, and then I've just run out, that's $15. It's on an $80 grocery bill, picking up all the rest.
That's perfect, because the other stuff is the expensive, your meats and your dairies. This is inexpensive in the long run. So this is the stuff you would be getting fresh. But this is the kind of things you can keep in your house all the time, in your pantry. So things like black-eyed peas. We got oats, steel cut oats, not processed. The quick cut oats, you're not getting a lot of nutrition out of.
This is the 20 minutes to cook kind of thing, right?
Yeah, this is going to take even a little bit longer probably, and this you can have as a breakfast. It's a great way to start your day for protein. Brown rice, dark black rice, that's Japonica rice, but all the black.
Japonica.
That's beautiful. And all of the wild grains and everything, that is buckwheat, and that's a roasted buckwheat, also known as kasha. Absolutely delicious. You can have that for breakfast like that, with just a little bit of soya milk or almond milk or something on top. Or you can, I know, it's very
nutty.
Yeah, it's got a real nutty flavor.
Can I eat as much as this as I want?
Yeah, pretty much, within reason. You don't want to go excess on anything.
I've cut back on my hummus. So.
Yeah. And then this one is my personal favorite. Of course, we've talked about this before. Quinoa. It's a complete protein, more protein than any animal product. It's excellent.
Quinoa.
Yeah, quinoa. Then we have split peas, lentils, and all of these things you can make into breakfasts, to soups. You can make them, boil them up, make them into salads, all that kind of stuff. So they're great to have in your pantry all the time.
So you'll have a list of just kind of some of those basics that we have. And then some of this kind of stuff here. The quick, easy canned beans.
This is the can, and these are all beans. These are for quick and easy. This is always a little bit better, healthier. Try and get them organic and try and get them low sodium. And then over here we've got more seeds. So I've got chia, pumpkin, sunflower. All of these are raw and organic. Walnut, pine nuts, almonds. So those are good, like you're doing. That's a chia seed. Yep.
For growing a chia pet?
Yes. They're all proteins, they're all minerals, you're getting calcium from them, they're fabulous. Right here, this is seaweeds. Seaweeds are excellent to add into anything, soups, eating them. You could roast that on a pan, just like that, add a little bit of sea salt and stuff. It's delicious, it makes a nice snack. This is shinosa, which is one of my favorites. It's a blend of all different seaweeds and algae. That's a little powerhouse right there. 1 teaspoon, it's delicious. You add it to a little bit of water or juice. Isn't that delicious? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a powerhouse. That's your whole meal right there, pretty much. And then over here we have sun-dried tomatoes, cranberries, and these are just examples of things like dried fruits. You're getting iron. You're getting all your vegetables. That is raw cacao. So that's your chocolate in its raw form before it's processed, which is funny. We as man, we have all of these resources and we refine them to make them harmful to us. But if we have them in its natural state, it's really healthy. Raw chocolate is antioxidant, full of vitamins and minerals, delicious for us. You can have that for breakfast. So you could do this and this together and maybe put some dried fruits and stuff like that, and you would have a beautiful breakfast, pour on some soya milk, warm or cold. So that would be fabulous.
So I can have my chocolatey, nutty breakfast.
Yes, you could. And these over here, fruits, just keeping in your different fruits, a lot of them, and tomatoes, you shouldn't refrigerate because refrigerating takes out a lot of the vitamins and everything. Plus, you completely change the taste of tomatoes. So all your fruits. So basically,
these are awesome in drinks too.
Yes, they are. He's been a lot of work. Anyways, these are the things that you want to get like fresh. So that's what you'll be buying fresh. These are what you'll keep in your pantry all the time. Sorry about the dogs. Can you just give them treats? And I'll stop them. Anyways, and then over here we've got spices. So these are just a few spices, and we're doing a secret meal for he's back. A secret meal for Dean today. His very favorite food. We're going to be making that. So we're going to incorporate some of these spices we have here, and we're going to incorporate this. Let's see if he can guess. Chickpeas, tahini, lemon, garlic, olive oil, and cumin. Oh, and you know what? We'll put a little chili peppers in there. What are we making? Okay, so the surprise is we're making Dean's favorite hummus. It's a very quick and easy recipe. I forgot to mention too, a couple other must-haves in your pantry. Apple cider vinegar. It's excellent, healthy for you, gives you a liver cleanse, great for digestion. Anytime you have stomach acids, anything like that, take a little apple cider vinegar. And also fava beans are a typical Middle Eastern staple. They have it for breakfast. This can, a little bit of garlic, chili peppers, and a little cumin is a fabulous, nutritious breakfast. And nutritional yeast I wanted to mention too. Nutritional yeast is full of B vitamins. It's excellent for you. It's great as a cheese substitute. I gave you some of this, didn't I?
Oh, I'll have to try some.
He hasn't had any yet. So that's a
what do you do with that?
Substitute. You can sprinkle it over your pastas, anything that you would use a cheese flavor for.
Kind of like Parmesan cheese
good.
replacement.
Try a little bit of that, you'll like it.
All right, let's see let's get me going. I'm hungry.
So over here, I've drained out the organic chickpeas. So we're going to use the full can of that. And then we're going to use a little bit of tahini. And tahini is actually on its own is delicious as well. It's a little bit of acquired taste, but it is all like sesame seeds. So that's going to be, it's a sesame seed paste. It's about 2 tablespoons of that. Actually, let's do a little bit more because that's really the key for hummus is the tahini. And then we're going to do some garlic, depending on your taste. I've got about 5 cloves here because we really like garlic. Cumin. Cumin is the key for any Middle Eastern dish, and that's what this is. It's got a nice earthy. You put this in your hummus, do you? Or have you made your own?
Yeah, I've made my own for a bit. I haven't put the cumin in though.
So this is about 2 teaspoons of that. And then, you like spice, right?
I like spice.
Chili peppers, we're going to put about a teaspoon of the chili peppers in there. And then this is something not everybody does, but it's really good. Sesame oil. It really enhances the flavor. So that's probably about, oh, it's not coming out very quickly. There we go. That's about, to your taste, maybe about a teaspoon. So olive oil as well, a little olive oil. That makes it a little bit more creamy. So that's about 2 tablespoons. And you can put in some more sea salt if you want to taste. I'm going to, because I do find that the salt actually, whenever I put a little extra salt in, everybody's like, oh, that's the best hummus I've ever had. And then also half a lemon. So depending on how much, actually I'm going to use the whole lemon here. So usually I get my husband to squeeze the lemon because more juice comes out, but I'm not very strong at this, but we'll just use the whole lemon.
Oh, that's funny, and you didn't bother asking me, so I'm not strong. Thanks.
Sorry. Okay, now I do a little bit of water too, and that you can just add as you sort of go along. And that's
Can you just use the water from the can too, or?
Well, you can, but the thing is the water has a lot of, like, this is 135 milligrams of sodium, which isn't bad compared to some canned things, but you're going to be getting, like, the sodium, and it's
so rinse it out and
it's not
get
sea salt, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to blend this together, and the key with this, too, is a nice creamy consistency. I see some people make hummus and it's dry and stuff, so what you want to do is you keep blending it until you get it like, almost like a buttery consistency. So you can keep adding the water until that you get that.
All right, let's fire this baby up.
Okay, so here we have the finished hummus. So,
oh, I'm supposed to wait, right?
you know, you go ahead. Go ahead, please. So we've got some crackers here. The Mary's crackers are really good. They're all whole grains. And then we just put up some cut vegetables. And this is a great, like, it's pretty much a meal if you wanted to make it. You could do this for kids going to school. The kids like this. They think it's fun. It's good.
My kids both love hummus.
Oh, sure. You could put it on wraps and stuff, but you could also send your kids to school with this, and they're getting their vegetables, grains, everything. So
this is the lunch I've been having at hockey camp.
Excellent.
Same sort of thing. So, you know, it's been filling me up at lunchtime. Love it.
Excellent.
Awesome job. Much better than what I'm making. So be sure to check out the recipe. We're going to put that up on your Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll post up the recipe. So next week we're going to help Dean when he goes out to restaurants and bars. Yes, and what to order and what's on the menu, and just making it easier to make this all part of the lifestyle, to show that you can still do everything you always did before. You just do it better. So we'll see you next week.